As we begin tonight, school safety and gun violence still a topic of concern, both for those who lead our state and our nation.
That has been evident as calls for gun control grow louder across the country. Here in Corpus Christi, some of our area representatives gathered at the Emerald Beach Hotel today. And although they were there for a legislative summit connected to the construction industry, they also shared thoughts on what happens next, now more than a week following the tragedy in Uvalde.
Now, that summit was hosted by the South Texas chapter of Associated General Contractors and included a luncheon for about 100 people. Most were there to hear some of our elected officials share their thoughts on the construction industry. In addition to members of the city council and leaders of various city and county economic development projects, there was also a panel that consisted of Congressman Michael Cloud, State Senator Juan Chuy Hinojosa, State Representative Todd Hunter, and Councilman Ben Molina. Each spoke to the ongoing need for marrying both jobs and workers in the 22 counties served by our local AGC office, as well as the effects of inflation on our economic growth.
Of course, last week's tragic events in Uvalde were not far from the minds of those gathering. Senator Hinojosa, one of 11 senators appointed to a special bipartisan committee on Wednesday, that group being asked by Governor Abbott to make recommendations regarding school safety and how to prevent mass violence.
From health care, mental health care, to making sure that we have the proper investments in hardening our schools, to make the proper training available to our law enforcement, including inspections of our public schools, unannounced inspections to make sure they're following the proper protocol to keep our children safe.
For his part, Congressman Cloud added that while it is unimaginable that this is something we should have to deal with as a nation, what happens next will help determine whether the solutions offered will be effective.
I think as we look at the situation, it would be the wrong approach to just try to find one single thing. There's a lot of factors that are involved in this that we've got to take seriously, and then understanding the difference between the role of what the state, local communities, and then the federal government should do is going to be really important in this conversation.
At the request of Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, the Special Legislative Committee is not expected to meet until later this month. That should give the families and the community of Uvalde time to complete all funeral services before hearings begin. That way, those who wish to testify may take part.
And